was going to face death.
Right.
Sure death, for sure. But what I thought about it, too, is would the fire from Visceron affect him since he knows that he's Targaryen blood?
I don't think he's met that yet.
Right.
I don't think he's met that yet. So he doesn't know nothing about that.
Right.
Now, Daenerys, she's done that like twice.
Mm-hmm.
She's done that twice where she walked through the flames. She stood in the flame, and the other one she walked into the flame.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna chill.
Exactly. Exactly. But you see Jon facing up to the dragon. She's gonna try to take down Visceron with Longclaw.
Right.
That was his plan. He just was had to fight off all the other White Walkers around him to get to Visceron. His mentality at that point, his state of mind at that point was to take down Visceron. I don't know if it was to get retaliation for taking out Rhaegal.
Right.
It seemed like, as you can see, episode in season 7 when Visceron first was taken down by the spear from the Night King.
Right.
You saw how emotional Jon got.
Yeah.
Because of that. And he got emotional when Rhaegal was taken down. So I think he was for sure going to either die or defeat Visceron in the courtyard of Winterfell.
Right.
But we won't know because we're going to move on to the scene at the Godswood.
Right.
Theon Greyjoy and the Ironborn.
Another a proud moment.
Exactly.
Another proud moment. This is the proudest I've been of Theon.
Right.
Since the beginning of Game of Thrones. I didn't realize that he had all of that fight in him.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. Like, I knew he was capable of, but I didn't see until I seen that scene. I was just like, wow, he put everything into that. Like, you're not getting past here. I got Bran's back.
Exactly. To tell you the truth, he's the one that set this whole thing. He's one of the reasons this battle is happening today.
Right.
The mistakes that they pulled in earlier seasons, pulled in earlier seasons, led to this point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the most important thing Bran was trying to tell him, was trying to give him, was like, yo, I forgive you.
Right.
I forgive you.
Right.
Everything you've done.
Right.
Brought you back to where you belong.
Right.
Brought you back home.
Right. And that's all he ever wanted. He wanted a place to call home.
Mm-hmm.
And have a family that was proud of him and he was proud to be in.
Exactly.
That was it.
Exactly. So now, with all that, the Night King is there now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and I was watching the whole thing. I was like, yo, don't tell me this guy's going to freaking try to rush the Night King. Yeah. He needs to come up with a better idea or something. What bothered me about that whole scene in the Godswood with all the Ironborn with the archers, archers? Why didn't they have dragon glass blades prepared?
I don't know.
That just was in case.
Just fire. They just have fire blades, arrows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought they would have made it. It would have been easier to chip the dragon glass and make the arrows.
Right. Either make the arrows or at least have them have dragon swords too.
Right.
You could only have so many arrows.
Right.
And then White Walkers kept on coming.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the White Walkers. It wasn't the White Walkers that was part of the original rush. Right. It was the ones that he resurrected.
Right.
So what's dead may never die, I guess.
Right.
And then you see Theon rushing the Night King with the little. Actually, he did have a little spear with a dragon tip at the end. He did have that at the end. That's how he was taking him. He was doing some work. Yeah,
he did work.
He was doing work. I think, if he had the dick and balls, he would have got through that shit. I don't know, man. I just believe that he would have got through it. He would have got through it.
All I know is he made me proud, and he did some damage. And I was like, when that battle stopped before the Night King came, and you see the line of bodies around, there was a circle
Mm-hmm.
around Bran. There was a circle, and nobody touched him. Nobody came past that line. Like, he literally held the line.
Exactly. He held the fucking line. Shout out. We're gonna pour out a subliminal, pour a little liquor for Theon Greyjoy.
a little bit for Theon.
A little bit for Theon. What's dead will never die. You know. He went out better than any Ironborn. By the end of the day, he was true Ironborn.
Right. Yeah.
True Ironborn.
True Ironborn. He went out. His sister would be proud of that.
Exactly.
I think when she hears of that, she's going to be a little bit more amped to help in the battles to come.
Exactly. And but truth be told, Theon was just a diversion, another diversion.
Right.
You know how the Night King was throwing diversions towards the side of the living.
Right.
Theon was a diversion for the living against the dead.
Right.
Because had Theon not died or tried to charge and create the battle, Arya, the Azor Ahai, would have not did what she did next.
Right. It led up to that.
It led up to that.
And it was a little. It threw the Night King off. He still felt like he was prepared for it, but he wasn't prepared with what was coming.
No, and that's training of the faceless man. That was strictly the faceless man's training. I would have loved to seen the faceless men against the White Walkers and the Night King. It's something that you have to. I guess we talk about Night King as something that's like next level type warrior.
Right.
What Arya did to him, something that Jon couldn't do.
Right.
You know, even though Jon was trying his hardest to do it, Arya got the closest to between her and Theon, the two of them got close to the Night King.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Right. Now, who was it? Brienne of Tar. When they had their little sparring match in Winterfell before all of this happened, it was a preview of things to come.
Yes.
It was a preview of things to come, and it surprised Brienne of Tar, and she looked at her like, I don't really have to watch over you anymore. Like, you pretty, you're a pretty decent warrior. I don't know who trained you, but
you're good. So I like that, and by the end of the day, Arya comes out from the shadows,
right,
out of the shadows, and the Night King caught her by the throat. I was like, oh shit, Arya's gonna die, right? And then we're not gonna finish off Arya's scene just yet. We're gonna go back to Jon.
Okay.
And his face off with Visceron.
Right.
He's like, come on. And Visceron's about to light that man up. As we go back to Arya's scene, Arya takes the Valyrian steel, drops it from her left hand into her right hand, plunges right into the Night King's heart.
Yep.
Game over.
Yep. There was a slight moment when she dropped it where I was like, no, you didn't just drop that.
Yep.
There was a slight moment.
I said the same exact thing. And she just caught it with her right arm. And before the Night King even got caught on what she was doing, she stuck the Valyrian steel right into his heart. Right. And he crumbled.
Because she didn't even move her right hand to catch the blade.
Right.
Until she knew she had eye contact with him. Because that was the whole thing about it. And by the time he realized it, when she did catch it, he looked down, it was too late.
Right.
It was too late.
And then boom, everyone starts to crumble around.
Yep.
And you see Daenerys crying over Jorah Mormont, expressing for the man that truly loved her.
Yeah.
He died for his queen, poor little Sir Jorah Mormont.
Yep.
House of Friend Zone, House of Mormont,
It's a House of Friend Zone.
Yes, yes. He wore that championship belt with pride. The friend zone heavyweight champion right there, yo, Joe Mormont.
What was that? How many seasons?
Oh, many seasons. It was just the beginning of the season, beginning of the whole show that he was her friend zone and stuff like that. But we like I said, we got Paul Little looking for my man Joe Mormont, and Daenerys crying over him.
Yeah.
She loved him. She loved him. She truly loved him. Not in a romantic state of mind, but she loved him like her I say family,
Yeah,
father figure. Father figure.
Yeah, because he had that.
Mm-hmm. And everything started crumbling down. All the White Walkers crumbled down. Even the Crips, they crumbled down. And
oh, we forgot about one scene. We forgot about Sansa and Tyrion.
Yes, I'm gonna touch about that. I'm gonna touch on that. As we were talking about the ending, I said, "Oh shit, we did forget one scene, but we're gonna touch on that right after. We'll touch on that right after." And all the White Walkers are dead and stuff like that. You see Tormund, Gendry, Brienne, Jaime, I thought they were gonna die too. They were pushed up against the wall. They couldn't move. And Podrick, and who else I'm missing? Grey Worm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna give a little subject off a little bit. I don't think Jaime Lannister or Grey Worm or Brienne seen any wars like this they just saw at Winterfell. They never seen anything like that before.
This is the greatest battle.
Yeah.
All of them together. It was their greatest battle. And not for nothing, after this battle, I think they will be closer because of this battle.
Yes.
Because they all made it through it. And they're going to be stronger to protect one another moving forward.
Yes. I totally agree with you on that. But let's get back to the scene that you were brought up, which you forgot to talk about, ironically. The Sansa and Tyrion effect.
Right.
Sansa's first husband.
Right.
We seem to forget that.
No, second, because it was what's his name?
She wasn't officially married to Joffrey yet.
Joffrey, yeah, it was Joffrey.
She was betrothed to him, but not officially.
Right.
They married.
And Tyrion stepped in there. It was like
exactly. And I thought they kissed, but when I watched it the second time, I saw he kissed her hand and stuff like that. But I remember, was it Sansa mentioned something about the that we can't be close like this anymore because of the Dragon Queen.
Right.
And you see Melisandre chimes in. If it was for the Dragon Queen,
we'd be dead already. You seem to forget that if she hadn't been here, we'd be dead already.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sansa kept throwing shade at the night. She kept throwing shade at Daenerys.
Yeah.
She kept throwing shade at her, and she had to be put in her place as far as that. Listen, had it not been for her, we'd all be dead right now.
Exactly.
So you need
to check that. You need to chill, but by the same token, they didn't win the war because of the Dragon Queen.
Right. No.
They won it because of a wolf.
True.
Faceless wolf. True. And Bran.
And Bran.
You know what I'm saying? So that's very important that on that end, Daenerys and all their followers need to recognize. Listen, you just need to do it on your own.
Right.
Now you gonna need the North now because you have no Dothraki anymore. They're all gone. All gone. So we see them. Tyrion is so hell bent. Tyrion always has to have some wine in his hand, drinking.
He couldn't do nothing. The only thing